Hi friends, and thank you for joining me again today. Today I want to give a very special shout out to some of my friends who are not feeling well at this minute. There is a friend of mine who started with me in YouTube maybe a year ago. We started in a small way and we've been friends since. Her name is Leora Hess, and I will leave all her details down below. But she's going through a bad time at the moment, and I want to give her a very special shout out to tell her that I'm thinking of her and wishing her well and sending her healing energy, because she's just having such a hard time of it. Now, she has had terrible trouble with her back, and she has been waiting for surgery for many years, and luckily she was just called for surgery 8 days ago. She got a cancellation and she went in, and she was very excited to be going in. Now, it's a severe surgery. It's an anterior cervical discectomy fusion. It's called ACDF. So they actually cut here in her neck, and I think they push her thorax to one side and they work on her spine from this angle. Now, it sounds a very, very severe operation. They actually take some bone or a bone graft from her hip and put it in and help to fuse some of the discs together. I think she had two sets, is it 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, I think, had to be fused together because of the terrible pain she's been in for years. So that operation, she was very well the day after her operation, and amazingly enough even posted from her bedside. But she's had a tough week since she's come home. She's very uncomfortable and very ill and in a lot of pain. And I'd say too, trying to manage without using too much painkillers, which isn't a good idea. When you're not well, you need these things. Anyway, I want her to know I'm thinking of her, and I'd love if all of you popped over and just wished her well and wished her a speedy recovery. Now, the unfortunate thing about Leora is she had all her pre-ops done, and the Friday before she was due for surgery on the Tuesday, in one of her x-rays, a little small nodule showed up on her lung, and she's quite worried about it. It's only 0.8 millimeters, but Leora is a cancer survivor, the same as myself, and funnily enough, in practically the same year, we both had our treatments for breast cancer in 2007. And as she says herself, reoccurrence is always on the mind, and there's always a worry and a fear that it'll come back. And when you get an ache or a pain, is this it, or what's the problem? Now, unfortunately for Leora, her cancer was a triple negative cancer, which is quite an aggressive cancer to have. But she's been very lucky. She has managed to survive the first 2 years with no reoccurrence, whereas the reoccurrence rate is quite high, and even since then. So we're hoping and praying that this little nodule on the lung isn't anything to be worried about, because when she is recovered enough, she is going to get it investigated with CAT scans and x-rays and blood tests. So Leora, we want you to know that we're all thinking of you. You're a strong person. You have Craig, your boyfriend, there with you, who's minding you and looking after you, taking great care of you. And we know you'll be fine, and we know you'll be well. So I'm sending you healing energy, and I know everybody else wishes you the best as well. That's Leora. Another friend of mine who's a subscriber of mine, Penny Adams, has just returned home from having her knee replaced, and I think it's a right kneecap, and she's making a great recovery. So here's wishing you well too, Penny, on your surgery, because it's not easy. It's not easy recovering from surgery, and very often when you come home from hospital, there's a little bit of a fallback, because however good you've been in hospital, it's different when you come home and you don't have the backup of nurses and doctors. So we're wishing you well too, Penny. And Penny doesn't have a channel, so I won't pass on any websites for her, but there is another friend of mine who has a channel, Kim Maishan, and I'll put her details below. And her husband hasn't been well lately, and she is unfortunately battling with a lung condition as well. She's on oxygen mostly and just having a little bit of a bad time of it. So today's mini vlog, seems to be all about people who are ill. So if any of the others of my subscribers or anybody out there isn't feeling the best today, I'm hoping you'll feel better soon, and I'm hoping it's just a passing thing and that all will be well. And remember, take care of yourself, look after yourself, do whatever you need to make yourself well, and I will talk to you all again. Thanks for watching. Bye.